everyone, and welcome back to the channel. As you know, we bring you a new crime story every single day, breaking down the facts, the timelines, and the real-world impact these investigations have on society. If you appreciate detailed, nonsense, fact-based reporting, please make sure to like and subscribe for more of our daily crime updates. In today's video, we are looking into a case that has absolutely shocked Nepal, the heartbreaking tragedy of Inisha BK. We're going to respectfully and objectively walk through exactly what happened, relying strictly on the established reports and data. So let's dive right in. Right off the bat, we have to look at the immediate, visceral public outcry this case sparked. People are demanding accountability and they are not holding back. Organizations like Gen Z Front Nepal made their stance incredibly clear the second the news broke. They drew a hard line in the sand, stating, any kind of intervention to protect the culprits will not be acceptable. Need justice, no ifs, no buts. But to really understand why this public reaction has been so intense, we need to go back and look at the actual facts of the case. Section 1, the tragedy in Surkhet. Who was at the center of this? We're talking about Inisha BK. She was just 16 years old, a grade 11 student. She was originally from Gubakot Municipality 6, but she was living with her mother in Barendranagar 1. She was a young student with her entire life ahead of her, you know? And the sudden, violent loss of this young girl hasn't just devastated a local community. It has left a whole nation grieving and demanding answers. Section 2, timeline of the crime. Let's break down exactly how the events of March 7th unfolded, because the timeline here is incredibly rapid. Around 8 a.m., Inisha leaves her home. Sometime during those morning hours, she ends up encountering 4 teenage boys in the Bhairab Community Forest. According to the reports, she was raped by these individuals in that forest. Shortly after that horrific encounter, her friends actually found her there, unconscious and bleeding profusely. She was rushed to the provincial hospital immediately, but tragically, doctors pronounced her dead on arrival. Now, what's really interesting from an investigative standpoint is the fog of information that always happens right after a crime. For example, early media reports said Inisha had just left for a morning walk with friends. But later on, her mother spoke directly to the media and clarified that she had actually gone out for tuition classes. Figuring out these early discrepancies is absolutely crucial for detectives trying to trace a victim's exact path and intentions that morning. Section 3, the investigation unfolds. So how did the police respond? Well, the district police office in Surkhet moved fast. They arrested 4 suspects based on their preliminary findings, and by checking school records, they confirmed that all 4 of the accused are actually minors. From there, investigators immediately started pulling phone and text message records, trying to figure out if Inisha and the suspects knew each other beforehand. On top of that, the district court extended their remand for rape and manslaughter so the investigation could continue, while an expert pathologist stepped in to complete the post-mortem. But this is where things really escalate. The local Karnali police knew the sheer gravity of what they were dealing with, so they proactively called for backup. Enter the Central Investigation Bureau, or CIB. They deployed a specialized expert team straight from Kathmandu to Surkhet. Their goal? To assist local authorities and make absolutely sure this was a rigorous, ironclad investigation where no stone is left unturned. Section 4, demanding justice for Inisha. As the investigation deepened, the public outcry reached a boiling point. Just look at this quote circulating online from a netizen. How many more daughters and sisters have to die before our laws actually take actions? These monsters don't hesitate because they don't fear the consequences. That right there hits the nail on the head. The hashtag Justice for Inisha spread like wildfire, and it wasn't just about this one case anymore. People are questioning the whole system, because when perpetrators don't fear the consequences, public trust just totally evaporates. And that online anger, it didn't stay online. It spilled right into the streets. In Kathmandu, at Maitagar Mandala, multiple organizations staged massive protests. We're talking groups like the Caste System Elimination Front, the Scientific Socialist Organization, and even youths from Inisha's own hometown of Gubakot. They were out there physically demanding a fair investigation, making it crystal clear to the authorities that the whole country was watching them. The pressure went all the way to the top. Prominent political figures got involved too. Pushpa Kamal Zahal, the Nepali Communist Party coordinator, publicly posted a strong demand for strict legal action. The point of all this political and public pressure is to send a message. Any sort of backdoor intervention to protect the accused, especially because they're minors, would be completely unacceptable. Section 5, a broader societal issue. To really grasp the weight of this video, we have to pull back and look at the larger context, because activists are pointing out that this is tragically not an anomaly. Over the last 5 years in Nepal, children in Inisha's exact age bracket, 11 to 16 years old, have been among the most affected by sexual violence. It's a terrifying vulnerability for young girls in this specific demographic. And when you look at the data regarding caste, it gets even more chilling. 21% of rape victims in these statistics are Dalit women. Inisha BK was a Dalit girl. This statistic is forcing society to look in the mirror and confront some very uncomfortable truths about the safety and severe marginalization of specific communities within the country. But guys, this next statistic is it's staggering. 80%. According to the reports cited during these protests, 80% of rape cases involving Dalit women result in their murder. That is literally 8 out of every 10 cases ending in death. It completely changes the conversation. This isn't just an issue of public safety anymore, it is a literal fight for basic survival for these marginalized women. It means the vast majority of these victims are being permanently silenced. Right now, the specialized CIB team is continuing its investigation into the heartbreaking loss of 16-year-old Inisha BK. Thank you guys so much for joining us for today's Daily Crime Update. If you value this kind of deep dive reporting, please remember to like and subscribe so we can keep bringing you these cases. But before we wrap up today's video, I want to leave you with this profound question posed by the public. When we look at these staggering statistics and the tragic loss of a young life, where have society and the state failed?